Hello everybody, welcome to another Streamstructor. Yes, it's September the 10th, 2023, and yes, I'm live here at 4 PM GMT, 5 PM in the UK. Sorry Fraser, that's just the way it rolls. Hope everybody's okay, hope you've had a good few weeks. It's been 3 weeks since I last spoke to you guys. I know it seems a bit strange, but then again, we're almost back to normality with the Streamstructors for the rest of the year. I've got one more in October, then a wee break for Who Month, and then a festive one in December, fingers crossed. Anyway, how's everybody doing? How's your weeks been since we last spoke and spoke to each other in this kind of one-to-one conversation? After the heights of reenactment, it's been a quite quiet couple of weeks. Probably best to build on a relationship with my wonderful lady who currently is probably not watching this because she's probably seeing all her family in Hungary. I'm surprised I'm actually awake because I took her into the airport this morning. We got there for 6:30 this morning, so that was an early wake up. But yeah, Timmy, I love you. When you see this, I love you very much. I miss you already. I miss you terribly. And yes, I can't wait for you to come back in 10 days' time. This was planned, by the way. I'm not abandoning her. This was planned. Because when we met, we'd already planned ahead for things we were going to do for our own stuff. Oh, I've just noticed. The chat actually has the format of text I've been wanting for ages. Finally, the updates worked. Yay! Great. So we now got the font I want on the chat window. That's brilliant. Anyway, sorry. Back to that. So that makes a big difference to me, actually. But no, back to the situation there. So she's away for 10 days. I basically will spend that time getting things ready, start packing. I am virtually 4 or 5 weeks away from house hunting now. When I come back from Lisbon, it starts, and it starts very, very heavily. So yes, there's a lot coming up, lot of bits and pieces, and this is the key reason why these Streamstructors are kind of a limited time only. There's only going to be two more, as far as I understand it, and as far as I'm planning for the foreseeable future. One in October and one in December. So yeah, they'll be special, I think, by the end. But yes, this strand is coming to its hiatus, I think is the polite way of putting it. Hopefully it won't be a 16-year hiatus like it was with Doctor Who, but you know, it could be a year, could be 6 months. It's just, if I'm going to be doing these live and I'm in the middle of moving everywhere, I'd rather have something set up ready to go. So this is why this one's going to be dropped. And also my time is probably going to be taken up with other things. I tell you one thing, Mr. Lumpyhead tonight is that's really noticeable tonight. I'm sorry guys. But yes, unfortunately monies can't go into private care to get some lumps off. They're only oily cysts, they'll be fine. But yeah, they have to go somewhere else. I'm slightly self-conscious tonight, maybe because I've not got somebody there who cares for me and loves me in the same country. But no doubt I'll chat with her later and have a word, and no doubt she'll watch this by this point and call me a sop, like she usually does. But yeah, no, it's been a good couple of weeks. We went to the Strathaven Balloon Festival 2 weeks ago, and I've got a little chat about that coming up. But in the running order with the archive videos, we have 2 videos today. We have all the reenactments, which is a compilation vlog from the beginning of 2018, and Doctor Who, Deanstructor reviews Doctor Who of Listen. Those are your 2 archive videos for today. Now, one thing I didn't do last time because I was so engrossed in conversation with Fraser was to do a minute's silence for Ukraine. So today I'm going to change that and do a 2-minute silence. I hadn't broken it, I just purely forgot. But the conflict still isn't over, it's still going on. There does seem to be some movement in the counter-offensive, but nothing major. So yeah, it's still ongoing, it's still happening, and I will continue to do minute silences as long as the live streams are on when the Ukraine conflict is on. So yes, if you want to join me with this, please do. That will be absolutely great. If you're doing this live, thank you. If you're doing this as part of the live streams, thank you as well. This time I'm going to be doing a 2-minute silence, not just a 1 minute. I'm going to be doing a 2-minute silence. So if you can join with me, that makes up for last month, in this 2-minute silence for the people of Ukraine. Here we go. Thank you very much, everybody, for taking part in that 2-minute silence, rather, for the conflict in Ukraine. That will continue as long as a live stream is on, when a live stream is on, until the conflict is over. So, yes, thank you, everybody, for joining in with that. Quite poignant, actually. 2 minutes. I think I might do that more often. A minute doesn't quite feel enough now. Maybe 2 minutes is the best way of doing it. I don't know. Well, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. But yes, there's been great response from last month's video with the conversations and the views that we've had from both, not just the chat about the electric cars that Fraser and I had, but also the situation when it came to the live stream itself. I haven't been chastised by Kirsty yet for misnaming. She may not have caught it, which might be a good thing. But I have been slagged rotten by Timmy about the slip-up, and she said she was in hysterics at the time. It actually got some people worried that I'd actually caused myself to dig myself a big hole, but I will rest assured we're still all good. There's no change there, and I'm really happy and loving the whole experience. That sounds crass. I'm missing her terribly, but I still, I'll get used to it. We'll get used to it. We're still going to be chatting. We're still going to be WhatsApping, and I turn the tables in Lisbon in, what is it, 3 weeks time now? 4 weeks time? No, 3 weeks. 3 and a bit weeks time. I go away on the 3rd of October. Come back on the 8th, which is why the live stream will be on the 1st of October. So yes, it's going to be an interesting situation and setup coming very, very soon. I am looking forward to having some interesting time. No X-Ray Vision today. You're filming a wedding in air. That's all right, Fraser. Hello, welcome. That's absolutely fine. I think last month was enough. Enough chaos was caused of you being on it last month for me not to do anything. I actually thought you were down at the flight festival, the air show, which is down there in air this weekend. But obviously it's a wedding, something that pays. I hope it's all going well. Hope the weather isn't disrupting things, because it's actually broken. We'll no doubt catch up on the stream tomorrow. Absolutely. No, a few of you probably will catch up on the stream tomorrow. But yeah, all the best. Hopefully you're having a good day with it and it's all working well. I love that text on there. I love the fact it's now the elegance text. So you're on mute, so I can leave this comment during the speeches. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So I could tell everything. I could slag you off, and you have no idea what the hell I'm saying or what I'm doing. But hi, Fraser. Hello. Hello, it's getting my hand right, but yeah, no. No, hopefully it's good, fine. You're on mute, so you won't be able to hear me, that's fine. But yeah, hopefully everything works out for you, and you have a successful day doing the wedding videos. And hopefully it's a great one for you. But yeah, the weather's been lovely this week, and Tamia commented, I commented to Tamia yesterday, because I stayed over at hers, so I could take it this morning. And she commented, yeah, I commented to her yesterday, I said, look, the weather you've had this week has got you settled for Hungary. And it's no doubt true, because apparently over there it's 30 degrees today. She says she goes over because it's cooler those times, but I think Europe is saying something completely different today, which is completely weird, completely strange, and completely off. But there we are. We've got 3 people watching. I'll say hello to the flag waver, who is always in the audience. Fray's still about, possibly Jamie's popped in, or it might even be Timmy. I haven't had any personal messages. She's a bit afraid of actually messaging on the chat, which I can understand. She may be there, she may not, but there's a couple of you watching anyway, so thank you. Hello, welcome. Anyway, yeah, I've done my minute silence for Ukraine already. Yeah, the weather this week has just been warm. It was nice having like t-shirts and being able to wear stuff like that, but I was a bit concerned because I'm thinking, oh, late summer, there's not going to be any shorts or anything to get for me. But as it turns out, there's quite a few shorts I can get for, and some light clothing, which I managed to get when I got paid on Thursday. So I'm preparing for Lisbon, which looks like the temperatures will be very close to what we've just had as well, by the looks of it. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. Nice some late sunshine, I think will do everybody good. And yes, this is a family thing that tradition that we've done where each milestone birthday of the family members, my mum, dad's, and my sister, we've gone to a place in Europe for a break for 5 days or even a week in some cases. And I'm the last one to do it because I'm the last one in the run. But this is the last time we do this. Once this is done, that's it. So we decided to do October. We decided to do it on my birthday. I wanted to go to Estonia, but with the situation over in Eastern Europe at the moment, especially over the Baltic states, with Russia encroaching on Ukraine and everything else, I thought maybe it wasn't a good idea. Plus, I hadn't been down to Iberian Peninsula before, so I thought, yeah, we'll go to Portugal. It was going to be Porto, then realised there's maybe not so much there, so it's down to Lisbon, and we're already planning places, and my God, you guys are going to get a few vlogs. I hope to get 3 filmed at least, if the camera battery allows it, but hopefully we'll be able to get a few more on that. So hopefully it'll be a lot of fun to watch and a lot of fun to edit when it comes round. Speaking of edits, the Scottish National Museum of Flight, I put it the Scottish National Museum of Flight because I believe there's an English version, so we don't get confused, has done very well in its views. It's done 30 views already, which is in the OK category. So thank you guys for watching that. And to be fair, the whole of the live stream, the whole of the videos this month have all done good OK videos. We are now coming to, if this continues until the end of next month, that means that for a year there's been good, every video has done okay or better in the views, which is absolutely fantastic. It shows the strength of the channel, and yes, I may be sitting at 385 still for subscribers. You know, there could be a push to 400. I hope we get 400 by the end of the year, but my push now is the road to 500, which I'll be focusing on a little bit more over the next year and a bit or so. But anyway, yes, the weather has certainly been nice. It's broken, it's raining today, it's actually a little cooler, so we'll see how we go. So many questions for this stream. If you could have anyone have dinner with anyone alive or dead, who would it be and why? If you can travel on time, where would you go? And for your next milestone blog, where and what do you want to film? Well, the next milestone blog is going to be 200, but I will have a think about that over the next video, next archive video. So yes, we have the archive videos, we've got the vlogs, and we've got the listen review later on. So here we go. Here is vlog 44, or the reenactments. Hello there. As you can see, I'm here in the outside again. It's a bit noisy, a bit of car noise. I'm just off the main road here. I'm just outside St Mark's Episcopalian Church, which is in East Kilbride, in the Murray area. And the church hall today is being used for training for Carrick 800's battle training for the Historical Society I'm part of. So let's see how we get on today and see how badly I am. This will be the first time I've done this training. But anyway, welcome to another vlog. This vlog is a compilation of some of the reenactment related activities I got involved in 2017. I've not made the vlogs before purely due to lack of footage, and what's presented here is juicy clips from what was filmed, including some clumsy fighting by me in practice and performance, a little bit of the behind the scenes humour on the camps, and also some breathtaking shots from Fort George, which certainly got me in a flap. Anyway, enjoy this selection of clips, and here's to 2018's adventures.
The other thing that you can do is that quite long. Really? Because what you need to watch out for with access is then. What you often end up with is because you're doing that take it's all for them friends, it's always going to go. And you line that system devices. Especially if the fighting has got swords, what they're going to do, they haven't sorted out this hand already. So the jury can access that, they can block the hand, take the side, you're going to effectively disarm. Chop. Chop. So this is just the list, this is nothing to do with them. This is just what it basically does is attack that way, be on the left hand, and then go that way with the right hand, and go that way with the right hand, over here with the left hand, and just swap it right way.
Or like this.
Makes you do it, you don't do it quite like it's quite wrong.
Yeah, once I do that.
Almost 3-0 to black.
If you were a more suitable re-enactment,
That's the old one, halfway.
no, if you were a more suitable re-enactment, that would be right.
2-0. Right, that's a point each. 3-1. Was that? Yeah, okay, double hit. 4-2. Got an ankle. Five, 2. 6-2. 6-3, sorry, I wasn't counting it there. Was that a hit?
I don't know, I think it just got cloth.
Yeah. 7-3. That's definitely. Oh, sorry, okay, still 6-3 then. Apologise. Yeah. 6-4, 15 seconds.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Could be the man.
Willie shot.
You don't like it, would you?
End of play. End 6-4. Is this phone in the photo? Really? Pass the black line unit. Health and safety, man. Did you get it? That's why not just everyone's a hit tail. Did you just get it?
That was a glancing one, but that one was.
I should really use the lab mic for some of these. There's the campsite. All the white tents over in the corner there are the carrot crew.
So will take place, ladies and gentlemen, this is an interactive experience, by the way. You need to count. Can everyone count? Yeah, so it goes 3, 2, and what's after that? 1! No. 3 comes after 2. 0. So, gentlemen, are you ready? Sir Harry, is your troops ready? Earl Mar, is your troops ready? Ladies and gentlemen, capture the flag in 3, 2, 1, begin! Go on, cheer for them. The louder you are, the harder they fight. There might even be death. Come on. We have charge of the flags on one side. As you see, ladies and gentlemen, the heavier armoured knights are defending the banner. They're trying their very best to make sure that the lightly armoured peasants don't get through with axes, spear, swords.
knocked myself flat out now. We were going to do, it was actually filming for Bill Bailey.
Yeah, I've seen the clip.
Well, were you in his mock of
Aye.
you want to win this time?
You mean, have you watched it?
Yeah.
You remember the guy in the purple suit that can barely shout?
Without you saying a pub?
Aye.
Yeah.
Aye. I can't remember that. It was years ago I seen it.
Aye.
Yeah.
But, if you bring it up again, there's a guy in a purple suit. That's me.
I'll need to now because
But anyway, we were driving up to the event place, and the lassie that was driving, she was going down the Clyde tunnel, and she got to the bottom of the tunnel and lost her exhaust. So we had to go into Govan to get a new exhaust for her. And I'd managed to blag a lift and get over, and Davy Hunter and Catherine are at the exhaust centre, and there's some woman comes in and says, "Will it take a long time to get my exhaust fixed?" And David turns in and says, "Madam, I've been standing here since 1623. That takes forever." Go! Mom!
That's it for this month. Thanks very much for watching, and as always, don't forget to subscribe and comment below. A new video is released at 4 PM GMT every Sunday, and next week, as always, is an interesting week video. I hope you can join me for that. Until then, see you later. Still light enough to see me, but I may have to go put the main light on because it's got rather dark and it started raining rather heavily. So welcome everybody to another Streamstructor. I'm just going to quickly check the light levels of this, because I didn't realise how dark it's got all of a sudden, just so I can get a bit more light in here, because it's quite dark. All that's illuminating at the moment are the screens, so I need to go get that sorted. So if you bear with me one moment, I shall return. One of these days, natural daylight will not matter in my videos and won't play a part. There we are, that's a bit better. At least you can see me now. Although you get 2 colour temperatures at the moment, so I'll see if we can maybe get the curtain shut a little bit so I can equalise it a little. That's a little bit better. There we are. Hello everybody, once again, welcome to another Streamstructor. If you just joined me, hello, hi. Fraser, I have had a think about some of the questions. One of them I can't really answer, because I can't really give you an answer for, but I can give you an answer for the other 2. And I'll do that later in the videos. But before we do that, let's get some Facebook birthdays going on. But I'll come back to that in a minute. I'm thinking ahead of myself. That video, of course, shows one of the best shots I ever did, which is the Eagle Owl training that Graham had. It's still about, flying onto my arm. And I've said to Tamir about that video. My lady, when you do see this, that's what I'm talking about, and it's vlog 44. So if you want to see it in more detail, that's fine. I think I still have the full raw footage as well for us to view at another time. But that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about having an owl flying onto my arm, which she was really impressed about, because we went to the Strathaven Balloon Festival, and there was a stall about that. So I'll get into that in a minute. Let's go some Facebook birthdays. Let's say happy birthday to some of my friends on Facebook. First of all, I will say happy birthday to a lady who celebrates her birthday today. Happy birthday, Maggie. Hope you're having a good day, and hopefully Scotland are winning the rugby, because I know that's a birthday treat for you, because the Rugby World Cup's on. Is Scotland winning the rugby? Let's just check the score. Oh, no, not at the moment. It looks like it's not going Scotland's way at the moment. 35 minutes in, and it's 6-0. That's closer than it could be, to be fair. Ooh, that could be interesting later on, seeing how that all works out. But there we are. No, it's not had any good start yet. Fingers crossed you get a birthday present and Scotland win. Scotland, another sport, are doing absolutely fantastic. 5 wins from 5 in the Euro qualifiers. 1 better than England, and that's all I'm going to say. That's it. The flag waver is now gone. I'm not having any of that. Goodbye. Probably English, knowing them. But yes. So Facebook birthdays. Yeah, happy birthday, Maggie, for today. Hopefully you have a good one, and hopefully the match does turn out to be one of the best. We then have Pete. Your birthday is on the 18th. Happy birthday, mate, when it comes around. And then we've got Anthony Dundas, who is well known as a caller on the darts. If you see him on the darts of the WDF tour stuff that's on every so often, he's usually there. He's one of the darts callers, and he's a friend from the darts playing days, so that's brilliant. Spud, happy birthday on the 22nd. Hope everything's okay with you. Hopefully I'll bump into you soon in East Kilbride. We've got my cousin Helen, happy birthday on the 23rd. 2 reenactor friends. We have Ronan, whose birthday's on the 25th September. Happy birthday, sir. And Daryl on the 26th of September. Once again, happy birthday, sir. Long-term Who friend on the 26th September, Alan McWan. Happy birthday, my friend, when it comes. And yes, that's it for all the Facebook birthdays for now. There's a few more names coming up and everything for the next one, and might include myself, I don't know. But that's all the Facebook birthdays, everybody, so far. And it's from now to the next live stream. Happy birthday, all. Hope you all have a good day when it comes. And yes, best wishes to everybody. Okay. So, yes, Strathaven Balloon Festival. So, that was on the 26th and 27th of August, and we went on the Saturday. It was nice. It was like a big gala day. We didn't go to about 2 o'clock because Tamir came round, had a chat with the parents, and had good conversation, and then we got a lift into Strathaven, and we had a look around the site. Now it's in Strathaven Park, so they had classic cars at one end. They had a few stalls in the middle, some funfair, and then they had the main arena where the balloons were going up, and also all the stalls and funfair around there. So it's kind of a big gala day. But it was quite interesting seeing some of the events and things that were going on here. And as you can see here with this video, I took a couple of videos, and these are looping, so they will loop round when I'm talking, of some of the balloons practicing to go up later on. As it turned out, the balloons never did go up. They didn't actually go anywhere. They kind of... it didn't occur. The reason being is it started raining quite heavily, just like it did 5 seconds ago, outside, and you need the wind to be under 10 miles an hour, and it was just over, so they abandoned it. They were supposed to get balloons going up about 6 o'clock and what they called a glow up, but that didn't happen. Me and Tamia weren't there at that point because Tamia had contracted the flu earlier in the week with the kids because she's a nursery nurse, and she wasn't the wellest person in the world. She was really tired, she was really knackered. By 4 o'clock she'd had enough, so we had to wait for a bus for an hour. But once we got the bus, we then went to Hamilton, had something to eat, and then went home, and it was early bedtime. But it was nice to have a day out travelling, that sort of thing, and it was really nice. And then we have the skydive that happened just about 3 o'clock. So these skydivers, now this is from the Common Green in Strathaven. As you can see, there's some flare trail and things like that, and it just shows how close Strathaven Park is, because they're flying right close over the homes here, right close over the houses to get here, and they landed in the main arena, which was actually the football pitches in Strathaven Park. Don't get me wrong, it was a good day, but it wasn't. It was a good day, it was fun, but we couldn't hang about for 2 hours. We certainly could not hang about for 2 hours. It just was not possible. So we didn't. Yeah, it was a fun day though, and enjoyable enough, but it was a bit underwhelming because I think we could have arrived a bit later and still had some fun. But it was a cool day. It was a good day, but it wasn't worth staying too long if it wasn't fun, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it was interesting, but it wasn't the greatest thing, it wasn't the worst thing, but it was fun to have a kind of local fete and a local fair. And if the balloons had been up, that would have been quite spectacular, but unfortunately it didn't happen. And that's the best you got, was the balloons going up practicing tethered mid-afternoon, which is what you get the shots of here. So that was basically it. There was nothing more really for the festival apart from that. It was fun though, it was interesting, and I did enjoy it. And yeah, I certainly would probably go again. With Tamia this time, I'm not sure, but certainly I'll go again. I don't know, but it was something different, something nice. And this is the thing, when you're trying to find something different to do, and you start doing things that you wanted to do for ages that you didn't think you could do on your own. It's really weird having that kind of development in a relationship where we're doing stuff that we really think is interesting, both of us. So yeah, it was a good day. I quite liked it, I quite enjoyed it, and yeah, I would recommend going. There's not much to keep going all day. There was a program, but there wasn't enough to see you through all day, because you would have gaps in between where you do nothing. It's just one of those fates that you can't keep going all the time. But do you know what? A lot of things like that, there's going to be gaps and breaks in the program, and if you're an audience member, you've got to plan around them, and if you don't, then it can be a little bit boring, which could be the case in some of these things as well. But for me, I liked it, I enjoyed it, and yeah, worth a watch. Definitely worth the watch. Anyway, let's get to Fraser's questions. So he asked 3 questions for me. The first question I can't answer because I can't think of an answer for that one, I'm afraid. So, dinner with anyone alive or dead? I can't think of a question for that, so I can't think of an answer for that one. If you could travel back in time, where would you go? 1529, round about the time that Catherine Howard and Henry VIII were going through their divorce trial. It'd be interesting to see the whole premise behind that, because there was always all that political intrigue. As you may or may not know, Henry VIII and his first wife Catherine of Aragon, he tried to get a divorce from her to argue that she hadn't given him a son and it wasn't right, and the god had interfered by not giving them a healthy son that lasted in their marriage of 20 years of trying. And he was infatuated with Anne Boleyn, wanted to divorce Catherine of Aragon, and the Pope wasn't allowing it. And off the back of that, schemes were put afoot, and eventually, obviously, the Church of England was created, and the whole Reformation of England was the catalyst from that. Henry never was fully Catholic himself, or fully Protestant himself, but he liked the idea of ruling the Church of England, so I think that was an interesting thing to do. I think it was an interesting thing to do, but that's where I would want to travel back to. I'd want to meet the monarch, meet Catherine of Aragon, and be not a fly in the wall, but a privy councillor on the seat, watching the proceedings and seeing how it's going. Kind of quantum leaping sort of idea. That would be quite fun. The next milestone vlog, where do you want to film? Well, the next milestone vlog for me will be 200. Hopefully I do that in less than 15 years. We're talking 6, maybe 7 years away before we get to vlog 200 if we keep with the current pace that we've got now. So yeah, there will be a vlog with 200, and if we do, I'd like it to maybe be at the other side of the world. And I was thinking where to go, either Australia, but I'm thinking, do you know what, New Zealand would be interesting. I think it'd be good to go to New Zealand and do a set of vlogs based in New Zealand as part of vlog 200. I think that'd be quite cool. I might even do another vlog, another extra or something, going over some of the locations of the previous 100, 101 through to 200, and maybe revisit some sites there. But because that was quite a good little trip actually for 4 days. So yeah, it might be a possibility. But I think I'd like to go abroad, and I think I'd like to go to New Zealand, and I think that's where I would want to go. Would be there. So, Doctor Who is coming back in 2 months' time. I've recorded the videos for Doctor Who for this month. The Girl Who Died is 100th Doctor Who review, which comes out a week, 2 weeks, no, a week and Wednesday. So that comes out week and Wednesday. And then we've got next Sunday, we have The Mutant Phase, the Big Finish audio drama starring Pete Davis and Sarah Sutton, which is vlog at 90, which is review 99. So milestone wise, yes, we have a big milestone this month. Now I'm going to do a kind of celebration video for the 100th Doctor Who reviews, but I'm going to wait until October, utilise the 5th Sunday of the month for that. So you guys will get the video based on that, because I want to give it a month to see how the views go, because I'm going to do, basically I'm going to pick the 10 most popular the 10 most viewed videos, ratio idea. 10 most viewed reviews after their first month, and give you highlights, 5 or 10, I can't remember, I haven't decided yet, but a compilation video of what you guys consider the best of the reviews that I've done. So that will be fun, that will be good to see, and there might be a few interesting surprises in there as well, because I'm not going based on views, I'm going on ratios. So it'll be an averages, so we'll see how that all works out, and yeah, that'll be fun to compile together when I get to that, but that'll be a couple of weeks down the line before I get to that. So, but filming, I'm ahead by a week, so I'm going to be working on the 6 facts tonight for this month, and then onto the vlogs this next week coming, so a bit to go with that. So yeah, yeah, the Doctor Who is another milestone is coming up, and then we've got the 50th Deanstructor next month. So there's like 3 milestones for the videos for the strands this year. So it's all going on this end of the year. It really is. But running order wise, let's do the next video. Let's do the Doctor Who review of Listen. Hello there, and welcome to another Doctor Who review. Well, you better listen up, because I'm reviewing a 12th Doctor story today. So, 30 or so reviews in, I'm now reviewing a 12th Doctor story. This one is Listen, from Series 8 in 2014, and as always, in the new series reviews, I'm not going to go over the plot line. I'm just going to go straight into the review. So overall, what are my thoughts of Listen? Well, to be fair, it's a minimal story. It's got a story with minimal cast, and it is a strength to it in that respect. Some of the good bits of it, the date with Danny and Clara, the whole fact that we see the building of their relationship in there, the Doctor's obsession with this dream of people grabbing your ankles in a dream when you put your feet on the floor, and that person under the bed scary factor. Orson Pink, who might be Danny and Clara's relative, we know later, and spoilers, that's maybe not possible. The barn itself, and of course the dream, and what it does to make people scared, and how fear can be overcome. Go to the plot line just a little bit here. It's interesting themes overall for this story. The fact that you've got the 12th Doctor making queries and questions about something that obviously comes out of something that he's had. He's had a bad dream and a bad experience with this, as somebody's under the bed and grabs your ankle, which is the whole precedence of it. He plays on that. It's a nice little monologue from Capaldi in that respect, building it up. Clara is trying to be Clara and sociable and nice and have a life and have a plot character that is a character after series 7. And she's with Danny in a restaurant having a date, which doesn't go that well. And she ends up leaving. The Doctor then invites her along to go on this little jaunt to find out what's happening with the dream and the examples. He then gets Clara to use his telepathic circuits, the TARDIS, for her to travel back. She thinks of Danny when he rings her phone during her flight, and they go back to the orphanage home that Danny was in when he was known as Rupert. And they speak to Rupert, and there's something that comes up on the bed, and everybody's scared about it. And yeah, it's an interesting little premise into your psyche a little bit. I remember seeing the prop of the thing on the bed at the Cardiff Doctor Who experience when I went there the first time round in 2012. It was 2012, 2014. I can't get my years right. Fraser, you're going to correct me on that, I know. No, 2015. Oh, jeez. I can't get this right. So, you know, it's an interesting prop, an interesting concept, this fear that you get, and everybody seems to have the same dream. There's an interesting wee concept you got in there. And I think the limited cast kind of helps. You don't really get much of the cast here. You get the Doctor, Danny, or Orson, and Clara. You get a couple of other quick guest appearances, but yeah, it's an interesting one. But we'll go into a couple of points I've noticed there. Danny and Clara and their date. Awkward. Interesting situation. And it just builds the relationship, or tries to build the relationship that she's had the past couple of episodes with Danny, and how he looks and how he feels and everything else. You've then got the biggest thing for me is Orson, and whether he's a relative, because that little soldier that Clara gives Rupert in the room as like the defender becomes a family heirloom, which is really weird and strange, which indicates that Danny and Clara hook up. But that kind of, it's an interesting concept, makes you think, and it blindsides you to what happens later in the series with Danny. It's an intriguing concept. Not one I would necessarily have went for myself, to be honest, but it's an interesting concept nonetheless. So you've got the barn scene with what happens to be what's inferred as a young Doctor, a child Doctor, who's sleeping in the barn because he doesn't want to be around the other kids, and the adult that's off camera that comes in says, well, how can you be a Time Lord if he's going to be scared like that? But this fear as a superpower thing is an interesting, nice little concept, and works quite well overall. It's one of these stories where you enjoy, but you can't really say much. It's an interesting one. It's one I enjoy, but it's not one I can really rave about. It's not one I can really talk the talk of. And some of these Doctor Who stories are like that. You know, they're like, that's fine. I like that. I enjoy that. That's fun. But I can't really talk about it. And this is one of them. It's a strange. I mean, Capaldi's brilliant as the Doctor. This kind of withdrawn Doctor, this early form of the 12th Doctor that we see, which is kind of distant and isn't really thinking of feelings, but really is attached to Clara. The chemistry between Jenna Coleman and Peter Capaldi is fantastic. I mean, they bounce off each other quite well. Jenna Coleman's great as acting as always. The problem is her character's not necessarily the best in the world. It's certainly an improvement this Clara from the one we see in Series 7. There is some sort of character there, and there's a bit more meat that Jenna Coleman can put bones onto this time, which is interesting. Samuel Anderson is good as Danny, and of course Orson. Very established. It's looking good. It's looking quite cool. Character, I can't really say much about him, but obviously he is interesting enough for Clara. There's enough there for her to be excited. He's an ex-army officer, and his feelings about that, and I think he's got a bit of PTSD. What I'm seeing here, you don't see it that much here, but I think his awkwardness that you see is very PTSD related, possibly. I don't know, in the restaurant. It's just that sort of feeling. You do need to see the whole series really to get the better character of Danny in here. This one's not really the best example of his character. It's written okay. It's a basic story, basic premise, interesting idea by Stephen Moffat. The bit that makes it more enjoyable is Douglas McKinnon's direction. All the shadows, all the dark, all the dull tones, all the sets, the spaceship set that Orson Pink is on that distant planet, which happens to be the end of the universe apparently. That distant planet is an interestingly lit, very dark, muted colours. The barn, lots of shadows and creepiness there. The most lit place is actually Rupert's room. That's the most lit place of the whole thing. The TARDIS is quite dark. The restaurant's quite muted in its colours. You know, you got that kind of warmth there with the restaurant because it's obviously the circumstances, but it's still quite dark and cold to an extent as well. And Douglas McKinnon does the direction really well. It's very good with the cuts he does and the shots. Makes it feel claustrophobic, and that's what brings you in. But if you take that away, the plot is not ideal. It's not the best. It is helped with the music. Murray Gold's music's very muted. It makes the atmosphere. It's not bombastic. It's ineffectual. It adds to the direction, but it doesn't overpower it. And that's something that some of Murray Gold's stuff at this time doesn't do. It overpowers quite a bit. So overall, yeah, it's light on plot. The main three actors are great. They play their roles well. You can tell it's embryotic of the 12th Doctor at this point. It's a little bit uncertain. Capaldi plays the role well, but I'm not sure of the 12th Doctor at this point. Clara's certainly a better characterisation here than she would have been in Series 7, definitely. Jenna Coleman is certainly the best actress to play that sort of role. And Samuel Anderson is really good as Danny as well. But overall, it's okay. Is it take your head out? No, I don't think it is quite take your head out. It is a bit more enjoyable than that, I think. And for that, I'm going to give it a generous 3.5 TARDISes out of 5. There we go. We have the View of Listen, which ends the 2020 run of Doctor Who reviews. That one was filmed in May 2020, so you can see that because the beard's quite long, the hair's not cut, covers a few sins, but yeah, the beard's quite long. It's interesting seeing that 3 years down the line about the promise of me not shaving until I could get a haircut, and how that lasted effectively 5 months. It was a long time. Anyway, that's the review. We start with the 2021 reviews, and I'm doing them in the order of release going forward. I'm not doing them in Doctor order from the first Doctor forward to the latest Doctor of that year. They are going in release order, which will be in line with what the vlogs are doing at the moment. So yeah, from next time on, we are going into 2021's reviews. So yeah, we're getting there with the reviews. Catching up just a tad, maybe? Just a tad. But I do start ramping it up with 2 reviews a month very quickly after this. But yeah, no, it's fun seeing that. It's interesting seeing that. I'm wondering if I was really that interested in the story, because it didn't come across as like I was really enthusiastic for it, which might be a reflection of the views overall for it. But yeah, there's your review of Listen, the archive review of Listen. I'm coming to the end of this live stream this time round. There's not really much more I want to say or talk about in this one. But thank you everybody for watching. Even if you're not watching it live and you're watching it later, thank you very much for your watching. It's been great fun doing this again as always. I will be back on the 1st of October with the next live stream at 4 PM GMT, 5 PM UK time. And then I'm not back with a live stream until December. So yeah, the reason the 1st of October is because I'm off to Lisbon on the 3rd, and it'll be early night on the 2nd, because I've got to be at the airport for a 6 flight to Lisbon. So yeah, early start on the 3rd. So and I may be back in time on the 8th to do it, but be too tired. It was an early start getting the flight back. So yeah, the 1st is the best thing. So that'll be back. That'll be the 1st of October. Will be the next live stream. So yeah, another 3 weeks away. You've gone from 6-week gaps to 3-week gaps. You know, you guys are having a higgledy-piggledy time with the Streamstructors. But that's the nature of the beast with these things. Anyway, let's see what's coming up for the rest of the month. So you've had the National Museum of Flight, which was obviously the video from last week. We've got Streamstructor today. The clip will be up on Wednesday at 6 PM GMT. And then, of course, we've got the Mutant Phase next Sunday at 4 PM GMT. And then at 6 PM GMT on the 20th is the 100th review, The Girl Who Died. And then, which is what I'm working on tonight, 6 facts on architect and all-round inventor Sir Christopher Wren. That is your 6 facts. Then on, of course, on the 1st of October 2023, I am back with another Streamstructor. That's it from me. Thank you guys for watching this live stream. Leave comments down below. Tell me what you thought of it. Obviously, there's been chat on the side from Fraser through this, but if you've got comments and you see this after, leave a comment down below. I'll try and reply best I can, or even save it up for next time. But thank you guys for watching. This has been quite fun doing this. Just a single man, one-man bank, as I call it. But yes, no, thank you very much. It's been fun. Hopefully, I will be not as slightly melancholy because I'm missing my love already. I've only been away from her, what is it, less than 12 hours, and I still feel sorrowful for not seeing her. But there we are. This is one of these things. But yes, no, I will see you on the 1st of October. Well, you'll see me next week with the Doctor Who reviews from 4 PM GMT on Sunday for the Mutant Phase. Well, you'll hear me on that one. But anyway, thank you very much, guys, for watching. Yeah, join the socials. Have a look. Still got Facebook. Still got X at the moment, although I'm not considering whether I'm keeping on X. patreon.com/Deanstructor. The Instagram, have a look on there. And the YouTube community page. Good places to go. But yes, thank you guys for watching. Share this video with the hashtag Teamstructor. Hit that subscribe button if you like what you see, and hit the notifications bell so you know when a new video comes out. General, new video every Sunday at 4 PM GMT. But that's it for me from now. That's it for me for now. I can't even get my words out right now. But apart from that, thanks guys for watching, and you know what? I will see you later.